What's up, folks? So sadly the beta is over for Dungeon Fighter Duel, but I had a ton of fun while it was going on, and I thought what I would do for you today is I'm going to go through my thoughts generally on the game. A lot of people have been asking, what do you think? Do you think the game's going to be awesome? And yeah, overall I liked it. There's some stuff I really liked, some stuff I liked a little bit less. We're going to run through all of that, and then we're going to show some of the hypest matches that I had that should hopefully show off some of the crazy stuff that can happen in this game. Because yes, it is kind of a simplified game, one-button specials and everything, but there's a lot of hype as well and a lot of craziness. So stick around for my thoughts on the game and for some of the greatest matches that I played while I was giving it a try during the beta. Guys, before we get into it, I want to talk about the sponsor for today's video, Boxu. Boxu is a Japanese snack box subscription service that sends authentic Japanese snacks straight to your door. This month I got this beautiful Kirabiko box. This thing is just so beautiful. And there's some delicious stuff inside this bad boy. I'm particularly obsessed with these potato chips that are coated in white chocolate. This should actually be illegal. These are way, way too good. Boxu's monthly themed boxes will bring you delicious snacks and candy, including Boxu exclusives that you can't get anywhere else. But not only that, Boxu is still doing their free tickets to Japan giveaway. Sign up for a subscription before the end of December to be entered into a contest to win a pair of tickets to Japan. If you're having trouble finding the perfect holiday gift, I highly recommend Boxu. Make sure to use the link below to get your subscription to deliciousness. And once again, be sure to sign up before the end of December to get entered to win a trip to Japan. Terms and conditions for the contest can be found down below. So be sure to check out Boxu and help say thank you to them for continuing to support this fighting game content. Okay, so let's get into my thoughts. I got some likes and I got some dislikes. Let's start out with a like here. I really liked that the online was amazing, okay? I would say this basically has like Guilty Gear Strive level online in terms of like how the connection feels and the rollback. It seems really good. Like you can see this match that's happening in the background, 163 ping, 4 rollback frames. You know, that is like not the greatest connection. That means my opponent is probably like California maybe, or even further, like maybe Europe or Japan or something. And it was still totally playable, and I had a lot of matches like this with relatively high ping, but perfectly playable, and it felt fine with a few rollbacks here or there. So I think they did a great job. They probably, I'm guessing, applied the same sort of rollback technology from Guilty Gear Strive, because it feels just as good as that game, in my opinion. Alright, so let's talk about one of the things that I didn't really like. I don't know if I really hated this or anything, but it caught me off guard, was just how simple the game is. In terms of like the number of moves that you have and your inputs, the game is even more simple than I had expected. I knew that this was going to be sort of aimed at beginners to fighting games, but even compared to a game like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, I felt it was even more simplified than that. Like literally, you only have like 2 normals. Well, you have standing light, crouching light, standing heavy, crouching heavy, and that's all your normals. That's all you get. And yes, you do have several special moves, you know, combining the special buttons with different directions gets you several special moves, but I feel like within like 5 seconds of picking up a character, you know all their moves. You've explored what there is to explore in terms of what different moves they have available to them. There is a lot of more complex things you can do by chaining stuff together. I'll talk about that in a second, but yeah, generally I was caught off guard. Like, I think it's almost comparable to a game like, say, Fantasy Strike. Fantasy Strike is obviously more simple because there's like no crouching or anything in that game, but this game is not that far off from being that level of simplified and aimed at new players. So that definitely caught me off guard, but I think if you are a new fighting game player, it's going to be a good on-ramp to the genre for you. I think that's definitely what they were going for. But conversely, one thing that I did like about it was there is honestly a lot of freedom. The chaining and canceling system is very open. You can essentially cancel any special move into any special move. It all just works. And as long as you have meter, you can just keep going and going and going and one move after another and do them in all kinds of different orders. So you can create some really clever block strings, some really creative combos, because as long as you have that meter available, the meter is really like the lifeblood of this game, because that's what allows you to use your best moves. Most of your best special moves are going to cost meter. So as long as you have that meter, you can be very creative and your character feels very strong. Another thing that I wasn't crazy about in the game is the walk speed. The walk speed is tragic in this game. You have lead shoes, man. It is really hard to walk anywhere. You pretty much just have to run everywhere, which it kind of feels like this game is meant to be more like Street Fighter-like and less of like an anime game or anything like that. There's no air dash, no double jump, no air movement or anything other than some of your special moves. So it seems like it's meant to be more of a ground-based game, but at the same time, you move very slowly on the ground when you're not running. So it kind of seems like a lot of your neutral is like running into range for your big special moves and then throwing out your special moves and trying to just win neutral by covering a large amount of the screen by spending your meter on some of your powerful specials. Also, I thought it was a little weird that throws felt a little bit weak to me. You know, most characters don't really have like high-low mix. And you don't have cross-ups either because there's a guard button. You automatically block cross-ups if you're holding the guard button. So really, your major mix-up is just going to be strike versus throw, which I think is a little bit harder to apply because the walk speed is so bad. And throw, you know, it's like you can't combo off it, and it leaves them with gray life, which is kind of a downside because gray life can be used for conversion. So throw feels like slightly weak, so it's like it's hard for me to really imagine what my mix-ups are going to be in the game other than just throwing them, and throw doesn't even feel that strong. So we'll see. There's probably going to be some dirt that people figure out, but for now it just felt like they end up blocking a lot because blocking doesn't even really feel that dangerous. But we'll have to see how it ends up in the final game. I'm sure a lot of stuff is going to change as people figure stuff out more. One thing I did, however, like about the game was how different the characters feel from each other. Yes, your movesets are all kind of the same because it's just like standing attack, crouching attack, or it's like forward plus special, down plus special, whatever. So there is some similarity there, but in terms of how they actually play, they are very different. They have like different movement options built into their special moves. Some characters have just like huge screen filling special moves, while other characters have to like fight and get in and be close to you to apply stuff. Some people have crazy projectiles they can keep you out with. So there is a lot of difference between the characters. So even though I was saying earlier, I think that it's pretty easy to figure out your character, there's not that much to learn in terms of like their moveset. But when you're switching from character to character, you get an entirely different experience, which I think is important in a fighting game. You don't want everyone to play the same. You want to be able to get a nice change when you're trying different stuff out and have a lot to offer to different players who want to play different styles of characters. So I think they did a great job at that. One last complaint I have, this is super minor, and we'll see how it ends up in the final game. But I personally felt that it was too easy to remove the opponent's gray life. So I did a whole video about how excited I was for the conversion mechanic, which is where you can basically do a Roman cancel by spending your gray life. And I was like, oh my gosh, think about all the options this is going to create for you. And I feel it really does, but the problem is you just don't get to use conversion that often because every meter special move removes the opponent's gray life. So at some point during the beta, I was just like, okay, if I ever get a combo, I'm going to end it with a meter special move and take away their gray life so that they can't use conversion. So I'm shutting down a bit of their meter build, and I'm removing their options, and I'm removing their ability to get their gray life back. And also, like, invincible reversals also are metered special moves. So it's like basically you wake up DP, and if it connects, guess what? The opponent has no gray life anymore, and they miss out on some pretty good options because of that. So I would like it a little better if I felt like you had to make some kind of like decision, like maybe your special moves that give you like good Okizeme afterwards, or your special moves that do high damage, maybe those don't remove the gray life. You have to sort of intentionally leave yourself in a worse position to trade off for the fact that you're removing their gray life. I would appreciate that maybe. I understand you are kind of making a decision to use a metered special anyway because you're using your own meter, so you're not going to have meter later. But because you're removing your opponent's meter at the same time in a roundabout way, I just felt like it was always worth it. So I think they could maybe add a little complexity to the decision-making process if they just didn't make it so that literally every meter special you do removes gray life. Let me have my gray life. I want to do some broken stuff with conversion. Just let me have it just this once. So, yeah, maybe we'll see how things end up in the final game. It would be maybe too broken to always have gray life. I'm not sure, but I definitely felt like I never really had it, at least when I was fighting against good players. They just take it away from you all the time. But with that minor complaint out of the way here, yeah, those are my overall thoughts. I thought the game was very fun. Hopefully it doesn't seem like I'm being negative about it. I think especially if you are a newcomer to the genre and you're looking for a game that's like, what's my first fighting game that I try to play online and like do well online with, I think it's really going to be hard to do better than this because the online is near perfect. Like I said, the online is incredible, and I think it's going to be easy for people to pick up and play while still retaining a lot of creativity and freedom if you want to put the time in and learn some high-level stuff for your character. So overall, I'm very hopeful for the game. I believe they said it is coming out summer 2022. So yeah, we got a little bit to wait here, a few months, but it's going to be a fun time once we get our hands on the game again. I'm looking forward to it, and with that, I'm going to show you guys what I thought were some of the most exciting matches that I had during this beta. A lot of good times out there. I'm sorry that I only really played one character. It's just I thought it would be a better use of my limited time to really dig in and see how much depth there was if I just focused on learning one character versus spreading my time out and only getting to learn a tiny amount on multiple characters. So I'll show you some different matchups that I played with Inquisitor, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you as always for watching. I'm going to be gone for a few days on Christmas vacation, but once I'm back, I'm going to have some more fighting game content ready for you guys. So hopefully I'll see you then, and enjoy the gameplay footage. Yeah, the mirror. I always like the mirror when I'm trying to learn because it's like maybe this guy can show me some stuff. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Ooh! That's a DP, I believe, right? Ooh, geez. All right. So yeah, how she has the brain up, that means that it's increased mana regen. That's really cool. He's just trying to learn. Yeah, I'm just trying to bully, you feel me? Yep, eat all that gray life. Oh, that's savage. Nice. I believe that move is safe. It doesn't look safe. Oh, the big reset. Whew. we're gatekeeping people who are just trying to learn. Listen, guys. Listen. You're not wrong. But I'm just out here to have fun, you know? I really, really love the conversion system. I think that's the best part of the game. It actually makes me a little bit sad that you can just end your combo in such a way that they don't get any gray life. And so then they can't use conversion. Because conversion is actually godlike. Ooh, nice. Oh, geez. This guy is learning. Oh, look at this! Is that move a good anti-air? Maybe I should anti-air people with that. Nice, bro. I got one too, though. But now I'm exhausted, unfortunately. It's awkward that that misses. Oh, jeez. Not like this. It's gonna hurt a lot, but now she's debuffed, right? Is that how this works? Oh no, she's not debuffed. She just has no buff. The Padawan has become the Jedi, bro. The student has become the master. 1-1. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I gotta really try hard on this one, man. I start every round with fire bottle. Ooh. No way. Oh, a little far. Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go. It's so sick that that's meaty. Woo! You're looking the wrong way. Oh, baited the guard cancel. Let's go. No, 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 no. Okay, everything's fine. It's not fine. Okay, it's not fine. It's not fine. What if I were to... Whoa! Whoa! I can't! Okay, 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 okay. Final round, final round. Boys. Let's go. Oh, wrong way! Nice. Now she gets all the life back. Okay, okay, okay. We had to drain the life. It missed. Yo, wheel into wheel. Not like this. Not like this. Guard cancel baiting. Am I dead? He's a god. He's a god of the game, dude. He's a god of the game. It baited my guard cancel. Oh no, I have to hold that. I have to hold that, chat. We hate to see it. This is like one of those like bully gets slapped videos. It's like that video where the kid does a German suplex on the bully. Oh, you hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. So the oil and the flame bottle are different moves. Oh god. No! Back out! I don't want it! Ugh, I don't know how to play this character. So the oil, if you get hit by fire while you're covered in oil, you basically get like critical hit. And the fire is just what it looks like. The fire is just fire. The oil doesn't cost meters, so it's pretty useful. I hate how you can't switch, like you can't back out after you pick a character. Jump H is bullet rain. Oh, let's go. Oh, guys, I'm a godlike. I'm a godlike player. That was kind of sick, though. I don't know if motion inputs have an extra effect. The thing is, like, we don't know anything about the game because they won't tell us anything. All the info about the game is, like, hidden in, like, 30-second YouTube videos. And there's no training mode, so... I really don't know anything. You guys probably know more about the game than I do. Holy cow, this guy's cool. Look, see, that looked awfully invincible, didn't it? Yeah, you can only do supers when your HP is below that little notch on the HP bar. Bro, I'm actually doing better with Ranger. MP regen is decreased when you're blocking and increased when you're getting hits. That's cool. By the way, this character is actually like so sick. All right, we got a big drop, but we all saw what was happening, right? We all saw. I was looking kind of good with it, right? What does the scouter say about his power level? All right. Let's see what we can do about Hitman, man. Round start fire bottle, the classic. Let's eat his gray life here. Be rude. Ooh, the mix. Let's do it again. Yeah, Hitman, like, the range on his normals is actually out of control. Or not just his normals, but all his moves. But it doesn't matter. Dude, I love the bendy axe, man. We were actually talking about this in the comments on my Wolverine YouTube video. A lot of people were like, I hate how his claws look like they're made of rubber in Marvel 2. They're like very bendy. But I actually think it's amazing because it's like what it's like in the comics, right? Like, it's like very style. Like, comics don't have to follow the rules of like real life physics. And in the same way, I feel like Marvel doesn't either. And I think that's one of the reasons why like Guilty Gear Strive and other ArcSys games look so much better than most fighting games. Is because they're so stylized. They don't follow the rules. Which is, it's like 2D, right? Like, 2D sprites tend to, you know, be like a little more exaggerated in terms of how the animation works. But 3D games tend to be a little more rigid, but not ArcSys games. And yeah, I know this isn't an ArcSys game, but you guys know what I mean. Yo, the fire bottle. Fire bottle coming in clutch, man. Alright. I don't know if Arc System Works did the art, like the models, or if it just uses their engine. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm gonna go for some schmixy wixy here. It didn't work at all. Let's not talk about it. There, this works though. Ooh, we almost got a whiff punish on that. Yeah, what I've noticed about Hitman, and kind of like how this game is designed in general, is like Hitman has extremely broken moves, right? He has like full screen moves that are safe and cancel into each other, but he runs out of meter pretty fast, right? Whereas Striker, her moves aren't like that broken, but she can do them like over and over forever because they only use like 20 meter each or whatever. So a lot of the strength of a character like Striker comes from her flexibility and her ability to like cancel stuff. Whereas Hitman and Inquisitor both feel this way, where they're like, their moves are so broken, right? Like, we all know that the fire wheel is like a broken move, but it uses 90 meter. I can't even use it now, even though I want to. Alright, I'll use it now. Oh, and I got counter hit anyway. So much for a broken move, am I right? Oh, I tried for some shenanigans there. Oh, that's not real. That's not a combo. That's not a combo. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, we got lucky. We got lucky. Yeah, I think meter management is really important in the game because everything cancels into everything. You can just do 5 specials in a row as long as you have meter. So the meter management is definitely really important. And taking away your opponent's gray life so they can't get more meter by using conversion, I think is also really important.